Every couple of episodes, we take a little trip to Tyler Perry land. And you know I'm going to call you on it, Tyler. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Have and Have Nots episode 10, season 5. Like I said, every now and again, Tyler takes us to a little trip to Tyler Perry land. And I generally don't appreciate it, and I didn't this time either. We start right in where we left off with the standoff with the gun. With Wyatt standing over here, Jeffrey with the gun, the rookie cop, and Justin. So we're standing there, and then the rookie cop takes a shot. Now keep in mind, everybody's right there in one little small vicinity. What cop is this that doesn't know how to shoot, honey? He's shot, but nobody got shot. Tyler, if you don't get in them goddamn pages and shoot somebody, shoot Wyatt. The fuck, he ain't doing nothing. Nobody got shot. Justin cold cocks the rookie cop and takes his gun off of him. And then goes and gets the gun off of Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you all right? And the rookie cop is looking like, the fuck? What's going on? He said, we were just playing around. You could have killed somebody. And he said to him on, he said, you get on, rookie. Go on and take the folks into jail. Did you forget that 2 weeks ago when we were watching, you told them to let them people go? Come on, Tyler. Pissing me off with the lazy bullshit. Anyway, so everything was fine. Wyatt then goes into a tirade about who is that guy? You know, this, that, thing, and the other. And Jeffrey's like, he's nobody. He's a friend. Did you know Wyatt had the nerve to tell Jeffrey, you don't need to have that guy around. He's not safe. And you are? Bitch, if you... I said, child, junkie motherfucker. But you know, that's people, they can't see. They can see other people's bullshit, but they can't see their bullshit. If you don't take your junky ass on, you better be glad I don't have an ink pen in this, Wyatt, because you had a bullet in your forehead, you stupid bitch. But he'd have been dead 92 episodes ago if you'd been fucking with me. Anyway, I'm not going to take all the fun out of it, you guys. Moving on. Next, we go down. We got Jim and Catherine have this whole little thing going on. She come to get some wine in a glass, 2 glasses. Jim was like, where are you going with 2 glasses? What are you doing? Follows her up to the room. She got a masseuse. Cute little guy up there. And so she starts going into this whole little thing. She said, child, yes, honey, mama's going to get her some of what she needs. Going to have a massage. And Jim's telling the guy, he said, are you an escort, son? He said, no, sir, I'm not an escort. I'm a massage therapist. She's like, And Jim went right in and just embarrassed Catherine and said, what are you up here trying to seduce this guy? He is not into you, Catherine. I said, I was like, that is so ugly and so hurtful for someone to do that. But he did. Honey, Catherine told that guy. But see, that's Catherine. See, I love the bitch that Catherine is. She said, never let him see you sweat. She said, do you have a sugar mama? Have you ever had one? He said, no, ma'am. She said, do you want one? He said, he looked over at Jim. No, ma'am. Baby, listen. The look on his face, I don't know if y'all caught it, but when he was looking and Catherine was asking him questions. Jim could say whatever he wanted to say. The little guy was standing over there like, if he wasn't here, I'll stick this thing up in you so quick and fast, honey, and make your purse open, wide open, honey. I was dying. And he told him, you get out of here. You know, get out. And he kept telling him he ain't interested in you. And she gonna say, you don't know who's interested in me. He wants me. And she said, he wants me and he's getting ready to get something from me too. And Jim said, there's a difference between someone wanting you and someone wanting to be paid by you. And she said, wouldn't you know the difference? I said, oh, you read yourself there, Hattie. $7 million later, Hattie, get on out of here. But anyway, so Jim chased the little guy on out of there. But I said, oh, I don't believe at all that Catherine was actually planning on having relations with this kid. But, child, he was all there for it. I mean, you, child, he would have stuck it up in there so quick, how the purse would just fell over, the money would have fell out. But anyway, moving on. So Jim was kind of swole. And that's what she told him. She said, you think it's so cute. You think you're really wrong to think that I can't get a man to be interested in me. She said, just the fact of you saying it makes me want to bring a man up in here even more. I said, oh, we're going to see more of this, I'm sure. So anyway, over at the other little cheap hotel, we see Candace actually escaping through the window. Benny is literally asleep at the door. Like literally laying on the door. That hoe done climbed her ass on out of the goddamn window and is on her way on over to the hotel. Over at the hotel. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. The other line, there was a one-liner that goddamn Jim said to Catherine. When Catherine said, when he started falling up the steps, he gonna say, what are you doing? And she said, why are you still here? Why don't you go screw a whore or something? And he looked at her and said, the closest whore to me is a worth screw. And I said, oh, I wanted her to pop him. I thought she was going to hit him. I wanted her to pop him so bad. That Jim is something. Him and Veronica are right on the same. They just say any old thing to people, child. Anyway, okay, so flip back over. So let's go to the hotel. You got David and Erica. Honey, I don't know. Tyler, honey, you a little hot up underneath your belt, honey. What's going on? Because these little things that are being written for Erica and David is just real hot and heavy. They out in the hallway, David trying to talk her into letting them up in the room to bang the box. She tells him, I'm not that kind of girl and shit like that, I don't want you looking at me all trampish and shit. And he's like, oh, no, please, I'm not going to do that. Please, just get that pussy, please. So she go up and she roll up and kiss him. And she going to say, oh, David, that's huge. And he going to say, you think so? I said, oh, what is this shit? Tyler and this softcore porn shit. And then I said, okay. And then it got worse. I said, whoa. Child, what time? 10 o'clock. You need to move this shit from 9 till 10:30 to come on. Hey, this shit's hot and heavy. They get up in there. They messing around. And the next thing you know, he got her laying on the bed. He done went on down there and started eating her box. Really? You know her last name? While you down there lickety-split? Do you know her last name? Ooh, honey, some people put their tongues everywhere. Anyway, I understand she's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. If you got to put your tongue somewhere, I guess there's just as good as anywhere else. So her phone rings. She answers the phone. It's Candace. Candace needs the dress and the hair and all this shit. So she get her a wig and a dress. She said, just hold on. Because you ain't done. Hold on. She go and get it because he said he was eating the box while she's on the phone. She gets this stuff, hands it to Candace out the door. She come on back. Now, at this point, he's over here. She pushed him down on the bed, get on up on him. Then his phone rings. It's that worrisome ass Jim. He wanting Oscar's phone number and stuff so he can call Oscar about the money situation with old goddamn junkie ass Wyatt. So while he over there, she goes, oh, now it's your turn. She start taking his goddamn belt off. He goes, no. I can't handle that while I'm trying to do something. She's like, whatever, honey. Oh, honey, I said, oh! Child, now she over there gonking the bird, honey. And I'm like, I know you know his last name, girl. You know what city he was born in, honey? You're just a natural bird watcher, honey. She over there gonking the bird just as good, honey. He could hardly get that conversation together. And then they went on, honey, and finished up their conversations and then was like, okay, fuck it. Now we just going to tear it up. I was like, oh my. Okay. Get on down, honey. I guess one turn deserves another because he sure put his tongue in her box. So I guess she can put his bird in her throat. Whatever. Y'all go ahead on, honey. Anti-way. So that was that. Hot and heavy. I don't know, Tyler. You seem like you must be a little hot over there. You need to simmer down. Anyway, moving on. Candace ends up getting, everything together, getting herself together, going on down. She down there. She runs into Oscar. Oscar's trying to talk to her. She tells him, get out my face. The Mark is actually down in the bar. Charles. He's down in the bar. It was wonderful to watch. I love watching Erica and Candace at work, but I'm not going through step by step what she did. Just know that she started doing what Candace does, and getting Charles was like taking candy from a baby, honey. She ended up walking up on him, getting a drink. He ain't never looking up at her thinking that she was the waitress, honey. She got the drink for him and came back and sat down, baby, and then worked the shit out of him, honey. Worked him. He worked her first. He was asking all the right questions and asked her, was she a call girl? She got mad, got up and walked off. Then she had this fake argument. You know how they do, fake argument with Oscar. Then she goes to go to her room. Oscar done ran her, gave her room keys and all this. And he followed right behind her, honey. Like taking candy from a baby. I said, But then we went to Tyler Perry land again. When they get upstairs, her room is on the same floor as his. The rooms are adjoined. To the senator? Come on, Tyler. No God. Anyway, Candace got rid of all of the sound and video equipment in the room. Oscar calls her like, what are you doing? She's like, fuck you. I'm not working with you like that. You're stupid. You're not videotaping me, you bastard. So she ends up going and then she yells and hangs up the phone. Old boy Charles calls from next door and tells her, what's going on? And she's like, what are you calling? Whatever. She said, open the door. They open the door. She gives them this lie about where she's from and who she is and that she's a law student and all this. And then he begs her, come on next door. She's like, don't try to get my pussy. And he's like, oh, I wouldn't do that. She's like, you're a liar. He's like, yeah, pretty much. She's like, okay, well, I'll come over if you leave this door open. He like, all right. And she's like, okay. She go on over there. And I know he's thinking the whole time, like, do you think I won't take your pussy with that door open? I'll fuck the shit out of you with that door open, bitch. I don't give a shit. And he looked at her like he wanted to eat her up. And trust and believe, we actually got a chance to get a good look at him. Charles is fine as shit. I said, oh, God, okay, girl. He's just as pretty as he could be. Pretty little Latino boy. I said, look at him, honey. Anyway, moving on. So then we go back. We got now Jeffrey and Justin. Justin then followed Jeffrey to Veronica's house. Pulled up front. Child. They had a little situation back and forth. He basically ends up professing his love to Jeffrey again. Jeffrey's playing hard to get. He's doing like Candace done taught him, child. But Jeffrey likes Justin just as much as Justin likes Jeffrey. Jeffrey just being a bitch at this point. Veronica ends up coming out. Then there's this little struggle between Justin and Veronica. Veronica's given the story you're telling is a lie because she heard him when she's upstairs. She heard the conversation. She heard him basically out there sounding like two lovers, honey. And she went there and told him, stay away from my son or I'm going to make you pay. And he's looking at her like, bitch, I'm going to make you pay already just for the shit that you've done to your son. You just don't know me, bitch. So I'm like, okay, so I can't wait to see the Clash of the Titans with that, honey. Ends up going on. She ends up sending Jeffrey into the house. When Jeffrey standing there, she comes in the house and she says, what is wrong with you? You got a beautiful woman upstairs waiting for you. And all you want to do is play with these little boys and things. Honey, you need to get yourself together and be a man. And I'm waiting. I'm like, Jeffrey, just tell her, honey. Tell her. Everybody keeps on trying to pin you as a queen, honey. Let her know that you are banging Justin's back out, honey. Let her know. Let her know, bitch. I put my thing down, bitch. That motherfucker followed me over here because I gave him good dick. And that's why he's following me, bitch. He ain't pounding me, bitch. I pounded him. That's why he following me, because I put that shit down. But he just standing there. She talking shit. He's like, no, you're wrong. She grabbed Jeffrey in his motherfucking collar, pulled him up and said, I can smell him on you. I said, I bet you can, because I was laying it at him, bitch. I said, Jeffrey, you just be a punk when you don't need to be. I just don't get. I would let Veronica have it. I would say some shit to Veronica that would make her goddamn throw up. You hear me? A mess. But she told me, you get up there and fuck, what's her old girl? A mess. So they had that whole little thing going on. Then the pretty much last scene we see, that goddamn Wyatt, he's still going through withdrawals because he done begged Jeffrey not to leave. You know, that whole thing. And you see him flashing back, thinking, Jeffrey's like, just call. Make the call. So he ends up making the call to the rehab center, and they're telling him, we're going to be out. You know, they ask him some questions. So we're going to be out within an hour to help you out and take care of you and everything like that. So he's going to check himself into the rehab. But then in the meanwhile, he's sitting there and he's going back and forth, and he's having this montage playing about Jeffrey and all the things that Jeffrey has told him and all of this. I said, oh no. No, Miss Wyatt. I know you're not telling me that you're now realizing because some other cute motherfucker has come forth and you're feeling the pressure, and now you're actually about to really admit your love for Jeffrey to yourself. You queen, honey. I said, uh-huh. Just as gay as a $3 bill. Anyway, moving on. This is going to be interesting. Last thing. Hannah and Catherine talk. Catherine's like, please tell me you didn't sell the car. Yes. She's like, no, I didn't. She said, good. I need to talk to you. Let me help you out. Let's talk. She's like, all right. She started telling her some stuff about Candace, and she said, I know they're looking for my daughter, this, that, and the other. And she's like, I'm trying to help my daughter. Somebody wants to hurt her real bad, you know, or whatever. So I'm trying to help her. She's like, no, Hannah, what are you getting ready to do? You know, she's like, I'm going to call you back. She's like, all right. She ends up she sent Hannah a picture that she had taken of one of the pictures that the DA had with Jim in one of his little compromising positions with the drag signing. I said, child. He was up in there with the Snapdragons giving it to him, or looking like he was giving it to him. I think they did give it to him, but whatever. And Hannah was given, for the love of God, honey, what the fuck is really going on? I said, girl, everything, honey. And last thing we see, Hannah hangs up the phone with Catherine and goes into the police station, and she's basically trying to turn Candace in. So she's like, I know where my daughter is, this, that, and the other. Baby, she's going to really get a whole big eye opener when she get there and her daughter ain't there, honey. But maybe they'll take Benny to jail. As that's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to lock Benny's ass up, and Hannah's going to about swallow her tongue. But Candace is gone, honey. That bitch is in suck a dick for $1 mode, honey. You fucked around and missed that boat. That's gone. But anyway, that was it. So really good episode. We just went to Tyler Perry land a couple times, which drives me crazy, but I guess it's okay. All right, you guys. I will see you guys next week. And keep in mind, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And we'll be back on If Loving You Is Wrong, Child. I cannot wait. All right. Talk to y'all later.